guys, this is Chris.
And it's Andre.
Welcome back to another episode of Nerdgasm. We just got back from a crazy...
fresh off a road trip.
A 24-hour tour of insanity.
I know.
That we did.
To literally just go 24 hours in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah. And we went, without sleep. We went straight through for 24 hours.
We went to the con, did the entire day, and then
turned around and came back.
Came home. Yeah.
So we were in Atlanta, Georgia, the same stomping grounds as Dragon Con. By the way.
Literally, down the same stretch. It was over at the America's Mart
and the Westin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And what it was the Walker Stalker Con. So
the first time ever.
First time ever we've had pretty much a Walking Dead convention, which we thought could hold its own, and it held its own, all right.
More than held its own.
Yeah, that's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into that here.
Right.
So let's get to the pros. Okay, so the amount of the celebs that they brought in,
the caliber of talent, and the amount of talent they had, and the amount of money they had to shell out to get those
guys there.
I mean, top billed stars from The Walking Dead.
I mean, if you're into The Walking Dead, this is the con you cannot miss. Everybody was there. I mean, from the director Greg Nicotero to the stars of the show, Andrew Lincoln, Norman Reedus. I mean, your top two guys right there. And then all the random zombie people and you had these top caliber superstars in The Walking Dead, it had its drawbacks. I mean, to wait for, what was it, 4.5 hours?
4.5 hours.
For Norman Reedus.
We were in line for 4.5 hours to see Norman Reedus. Yeah. Now, if we didn't have each other to get each other's backs,
we literally had to tag off. One would stay in line, one would go get somebody else. Yeah. And that's getting somebody. That was almost another hour. To meet, Denai Michonne, that was another hour. And same thing with Sarah Wayne Callies, who was Lori on the show. That was almost another hour waiting. Yeah. The problem was, there was too many VIPs.
That was the main issue.
Other conventions, they limited the VIPs to about 200.
VIP sales were obviously not capped.
Yeah, because when you have front-of-the-line access with the VIPs, and there's 500 people trying to get to the front of the line, and you have thousands of others waiting around, it's not as exclusive. And they just kind of got in each other's way, and it just resulted in longer waits. I mean, if they just capped that, you just said 500.
Yeah.
Because I think there was 200 in each line.
Right. VIP.
I mean, there was 200 VIPs for Norman, 200 VIPs for Andrew Lincoln, 200 VIPs for Denai, 200 VIPs for Melissa McBride. Everybody had a long line of VIPs, where general admissions had to wait even longer. I'm never waiting in this line again. So I'm going to get two things signed. I can't wait in that line again. It is so packed to meet Denai Michonne herself from The Walking Dead. Huge star, and she's got a huge fan base.
Yeah, and for Norman Reedus' line, and I didn't get any footage, probably because I was about to pass out from standing around. We were both ill at one point, and we are not new to this.
No,
I mean, we are seasoned convention pros.
Exactly.
We were around when these things were being created in small hotel ballrooms, so we're not new to this. But I mean, we had to really fight to survive this con.
Yeah, this was some hard work to get through this thing.
For Norman Reedus' line, the 4.5 hour line, there are 3 different lines feeding into another main line that was mazed around right in front of his table. And they would take a few from this line, then a few from the VIP, then a few from this, feed it into the other line, then you'd wait and they would taper it off, and I've never seen anything like it.
Then we're going to go off on this. We had the virtual queue.
Oh, yeah. God bless them. They tried to do something.
They tried, but it failed.
Kind of like the theme parks have the Fast Pass.
Yeah. You would go in and register your phone number, and you would get a text message to confirm that they have your phone number. later in the day, kind of like a fast pass, they would text you to say, okay, it is now your time to get in line for Andrew Lincoln. And it did not work. We never got the initial text.
We never even got a text. You're supposed to get an initial text and then the text telling you to get in line.
Yeah.
It failed completely. Not even midway through the day on Saturday, they stopped
all
virtual lines.
Within the first 2 hours of the show, the system shut down.
But
we got in, but we never got that first text.
Never got the text. So the virtual line didn't work.
Yeah.
It was a miserable failure.
Mm-hmm.
They tried it, it didn't, but
yeah,
God, it fell flat.
I know. So you got to work on that one. It sounds like a great idea, but it just didn't work. So
the problem might be signal. You know how hard it is to get a signal.
I mean, work the bugs out with that. I mean, if you got to like just take a stockpile of numbers, go outside, and then hit a send key, do it.
So cap the VIPs.
Yeah.
Work out the system glitches for the virtual line. It may work once they lay the proper groundwork.
Having a good show so far?
Oh yeah.
Awesome, cool. Thanks a lot, Candler. There it's signed. Catch you later, sir. Good to see you.
Okay, we're
trying to find Andrew Lincoln.
Don't mind us, business people. Continue about your business.
Cool. There's a lot of stuff going on here today.
There's many conventions here.
Business meetings. America's Got Talent is here.
Yeah, Japanese business people.
And Walking Dead. Yeah.
Andre and I pre-ordered an autograph session with Andrew Lincoln for Saturday because he was like one of the main ones we wanted. And he's like the huge star. We don't know if we'll see him at another convention anytime soon. So we're like, let's pre-order his autograph, which we did online. When you hand them the receipt from your computer that you printed off for the
then they give you the tickets.
They give you this card. If you don't have this card, you ain't seen him because they stopped selling Andrew Lincoln autographs.
Yeah, they said he was sold out, but they still had 1 billion people in line. It's like, what was the cap for him?
What was the cap?
I mean, we were there like late at night, and they said at 7:30 was his contractual end of the session. He could have just said, it's 7:30, sign his last autograph and say bye-bye.
The man did not walk.
He stayed.
I gotta give him and Norman Reedus and all the other celebrities that were there
props
as
to every
guests.
single one of them.
Thank you, because you guys were awesome. They stayed, and they just stayed well past their time.
They saw
and
everybody.
signed every last autograph they could. And Norman Reedus, he was standing up the whole time.
Yeah.
He didn't
He was
sit
hugging
down.
people, shaking hands, having conversations.
I think the celebs knew, whoa, this is a huge amount of people that are here
Well,
to see us from all over the world. We met some people from England.
From England came to see Andrew Lincoln.
Wow.
Yeah. Again, talk to people that went. I mean, if you went for autographs, you'll know what we're talking about. I mean, if you just did pictures in the vendor room, it would probably seem peachy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So it was fine, but it's the autograph stuff. That's when things got kind of hairy.
Yeah, they did. So if you guys went, leave some comments. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Tell us some more ideas to how to improve some of these issues. So
I mean, we gave out 2 major things.
Yeah.
You cap the
Cap
VIP
the VIPs,
stuff.
Fix your glitches.
And fix the glitches in the technology you want to offer us.
Have more signs, too, because we were roaming around. There wasn't enough signage.
Outside that hotel.
There was not one sign outside.
Nothing.
So you didn't know what was going on inside the building.
We were lost a few times.
And then Andrew Lincoln was actually in a separate hotel. He was in the Westin.
He was in a ballroom in the Westin.
He had his own ballroom in the Westin, separate from America's Mart, separate from all the other guests, celebs. And there were no signs telling us how to get there. We had to ask the other con-goers where he was.
They just had to point us in the right direction. We figured it out from there, but that was it.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of work to do.
Check out the footage of the Walker Stalker Con that we had, and check out the picture that we took.
The ultimate Walking Dead photo.
Also on the dealer floor, we were able to get this awesome Neil Adams print. This is courtesy of Mike's Comics from Orlando, Florida. So they were there, and Neil Adams did this awesome rendering of Rick, just really like Andrew Lincoln shooting a zombie at point blank range. So this is the kind of stuff you see there. You see nice artwork. You see the McFarlane toys. Lots of those pop vinyl things. So
plush. I mean, everything you can imagine they had it there.
Yeah.
Anything
all that
Walking
was there.
Dead,
Comics, you name it. So Walking Dead, your thing. Go to this con.
Yeah. And we'll see you there next year. hopefully we won't have to deal with 4.5-hour lines. But,
Exactly.
But we're looking forward to it. I mean, like I said, it was the best of cons. It was the worst of cons.
I know. It was my most successful failure of a convention I've ever had.
I'll agree to that. All right, guys. Well, this is Chris.
And it's Andre.
Signing off for another episode of Nerdgasm.
And we'll text you when to watch it.
Yeah. We'll wait for the text. We'll text you.